Dugas from Ktor the Tornado in the Anita Martini radio studio. And this week we have a jam-packed show, and when I say jam-packed, I mean the studio is full of guests. We have six players from the Tornado football team, so we will go down the line and introduce everybody, and you'll get to know them. All right, so standing next to me is
Zach Rice Lerner.
All right, so Zach, you said your name is?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Zach, what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior, and you're on the varsity team, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and what small learning community are you in?
I'm in biomed.
Biomed, all right. So being on biomed, I'm assuming you probably take a lot of math and science classes, right?
Yes, sir. I have 2 science classes.
All right, so with that said, what is your favorite class?
Environmental science.
Environmental science, and why environmental science?
I think that's where I want to go in the future. In college, that's where I want to study. In that
Okay.
area.
So, and become what?
I'm not sure yet.
That's it, but you like the science area?
Yes, sir.
All right, so environmental science is your favorite class. What is your most challenging class that you really have to work hard at?
Probably pre-cal.
Pre-cal, all right. A lot of people say that, so a lot of numbers and figuring and that type of thing. All right, so you're on the varsity team, correct?
Yes, sir.
And how many years have you been on the varsity team?
Just 1 year.
1 year, all right. And what position do you play?
I'm a kicker.
You're a kicker, all right. So do you play soccer also?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a lot of kickers are soccer players too, right? So,
Yes, sir.
all right. So what's the most challenging part of being the kicker?
Just a lot of pressure and keeping your head focused, like minding the game.
So kicker, do you just do punts or do you do field goals and extra
I
point?
do field goals, extra points, and kickoffs.
All right, so you do it all then. Have you made any field goals this year?
No, sir.
No. So how many attempts have you had?
2.
2. Okay, all right, that's not bad. But you've had a lot of extra points, right?
Yes, sir.
So all right. So how about? Are you excited about making the playoffs?
Yeah, it's an honor, and we know that we have to do.
Continue to work hard, right?
Yes, sir.
Take care of business this Friday, also, right?
Yeah, not forget. I mean, it's still a game.
Don't look ahead, right? So be nice to win and just kind of keep the momentum going, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so with being a junior, and so you've kind of worked, I'm assuming you've worked your way up through the ranks to the varsity team, right?
This is my first year playing football.
Is it really? Okay, so I bet you were recruited to be a kicker, right? They needed a kicker?
Yes.
All right,
Sure.
so what is your advice, okay, for, say, incoming freshmen that want to play football?
Just work hard, be dedicated, and just keep focused. I mean,
So what is your normal daily routine? So are you in the 5th period football class?
no, sir.
No. Okay, so you're not. So, but you go to practice every day, right?
Yeah, I go to practice every day and just kick. When the rest of the team's watching film, I'll warm up and then just find spots on the field where I can just kick the ball.
And what time do you normally get home after practice?
Probably like 6:30. Depends.
And so you're tired, but you got. So how do you balance being tired in football with your academics?
Well, since I'm the kicker, it's not really that tiring, but
Like these other guys that are standing behind you, right?
exactly. But
But everyone has their spot, their important role, right?
yes, sir.
On the
That's.
team?
I mean, I find I manage.
Mhm.
I'm used to, I guess.
Just setting priorities and everything.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you, Zach, and good luck. And we'll see you Friday night in the playoffs also.
Thank you very much.
All right. Next, stepping up to the microphone is
Sean Dillon.
Sean. Good morning, Sean. How are you?
Doing good.
All right. So, Sean, what small learning community are you in?
I'm in the media arts community.
Media arts. Okay. So, yeah. How do you like all this media arts? The radio studio, and you walk through the TV studio. It's kind of neat, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
All right. So, being in the media arts community, what is your favorite class?
I'll say my favorite class is my AP Computer Science class.
AP Computer Science, so I'm assuming you like computers and that type of thing, right?
Yes.
Who's your AP Computer Science teacher?
Mr. Turnage.
Oh, give a shout out to Mr. Turnage. We all like Mr. Turnage, right? He's
Yeah.
pretty cool. All right, so, and which class is your most challenging that you really have to work hard at?
I'll say my most challenging class will probably be my pre-cal class.
Your pre-cal class? All right, so there's another pre-cal challenge. So a lot of numbers, and who's your pre-cal teacher?
Coach Elias.
All right, I knew you were going to say that. So he keeps you on your toes, right?
Yeah.
All right, so and you're in what grade? Which grade?
I'm a senior.
Senior. And how long have you been on the varsity team?
This is pretty much my first year.
Your first year? All right. And what position do you play?
I play offensive tackle.
Offensive tackle. So what does an offensive tackle do?
Pretty much we're protecting the quarterback on the edge of the offensive line.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you're excited about Friday's game and the next week in the playoffs?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. We're the first class to go since 09, which is actually the year my sister graduated here.
Wow. Yeah, 09, that was the year after Ike, too. So it's been a kind of a long drought, so to speak, but real exciting. So you're on varsity and you're a senior, so freshmen that are on the freshman team right now and say 8th graders right now that'll be to come to ball next year, what is your advice to them about wanting to play football?
My advice is to come here pretty much ready to work, to be dedicated to the game, and as always, put the team first.
All right, you want to give anyone a shout out before I let you go?
Shout out to my offensive line coach, Coach S.
All right, okay. Good shout out. All right, thank you very much. Next, stepping up to the microphone is
Javon Elliott.
All right, so how are you this morning?
I'm doing fine, sir.
All right, so are you a senior?
Yes, sir.
All right, and how long have you been on the varsity team?
3 years.
3 years, so you're a veteran, right, so to speak.
Yes, sir.
And what small learning community are you in?
I&D.
I&E, okay, and what is your favorite class?
Ceramics.
Ceramics, okay, so you like the art part and that type of thing. Want to give a shout out to your ceramics teacher?
Miss Moore.
Oh, yeah, we all love Miss Moore, right?
Yes, sir.
She's always on point. Okay, so, all right, ceramics is your favorite class, so what is your most challenging class you really have to work hard at?
Aquatics.
Aquatics, okay, the aquatic science?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so not aquatic swimming, right? So,
No, sir.
aquatic science, and who's your aquatic science teacher?
That's Miss Ktor.
Okay, so they keep you on your toes, right? You have to work hard with that, all right? And on the varsity team, we just established that you've been on there for 3 years, and what position do you play?
I play defensive end.
Defensive end, and explain what a defensive end does.
We have to keep our contain and just go crane people.
All right, so you enjoy doing that?
Yes, sir.
All right, and how excited are you about Friday's game, Senior 9, and being in the playoffs?
I'm very excited.
I know the community's excited because it's been a long time since we've been in the playoffs. It's about time, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so good luck. And okay, being a senior, what are your aspirations? What are you going to do after graduation?
I'm going to go to college and go to for art and design.
Art and design, okay. Do you know anyone? Are you going to play football in college?
I probably do if I had a chance to.
To get a scholarship or
Yes,
something?
sir.
Do you know if anyone's watching you, like scouting you?
No, not really.
Okay, well, you never know, right? Who's in the stands? Like I saw in the stands the other night, a coach from the team that we're probably going to play in the playoffs. So there's always spies out there watching, right? You never know who's watching. So that's why it's always important to do your best. So
They'll be watching.
yeah, exactly. All right, good luck. All right, next stepping up to the microphone is
Andrew Coleman,
Andrew. Good morning, Andrew. And what grade are you in?
12.
Okay, so you're a senior. And what is your favorite class?
Probably forensic science.
Forensic science, all right. And which small learning community are you in?
STEM.
STEM, okay. All right, you're one of those STEM kids, right? So, all right. So forensic science is your favorite class. What is your most challenging class?
Pre-calculus for sure.
Pre-calculus. Okay, and your teacher is?
Miss Cox.
Okay, Miss Cox. So sounds like pre-cal keeps everyone on their toes, right?
For sure.
Do y'all ever have a study group or talk about?
Normally I just go to the library to do my work.
And just so you can focus and that type of thing. All right, so you're a senior, correct? And how many years have you been on varsity?
3.
3 years. All right, so another veteran here. And what position do you play?
Linebacker.
Linebacker. And explain to everyone, what does a linebacker do?
Basically just make sure nothing comes up the middle. And if it bounces outside, go get it and hit hard.
All right, linebacker, you're back in the line. Right? So, all right, so what is your advice to freshmen moving up, wanting to be on varsity, or 8th graders that are playing club football or middle school football that dream to be on the varsity team? What is your big piece of advice for them?
Just work hard because it's always somebody better. So
Right.
You want to try to be the best you can.
Work hard, and usually good things come true, right?
Right.
All right, well, good luck, and I know good things will come to you. And what are your plans after high school, after graduation?
Go to college and be an engineer at PP.
Engineer, all right. Any dreams of what school you really want to go to?
Right now I've just been looking at PV.
PV, okay, all right. That's a very good school. So good luck with that. All right, so good luck in the future. And stepping up next to the microphone is
T. Will.
All right, how are you doing this morning?
Fine.
All right, and I can tell by your shirt, unless that's wrong, you're a class of 2021.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what grade are you in?
Ninth.
Ninth grade, so you're a freshman. You're as big as most of these guys in the room, so I can imagine how, Coach, get a picture of that, and in 4 years, we'll this giant in here, right? So, are you on the varsity team?
Yes, sir.
All right, and what position do you play?
DN.
All right, and what do you do with playing that? What's your main job function doing that role?
Just maintain, seek out.
All right.
Quarterback.
Okay, so being a freshman, which small learning community are you in?
STEM.
STEM, okay, and what is your favorite class?
High STEM class.
All right, and what's your most challenging? You really have to work hard at.
Algebra.
Okay, and algebra. Okay, so math also. Being a freshman, what did you find different? What's your biggest surprise or adjustment that you have to make coming from 8th grade to a freshman? How's life as a freshman, 9th grader different than being an 8th grader?
When you hit 9th grade, it's time to grow up.
Time to grow up. Okay, that is a very good answer too. Then going from a smaller school to a school that has 2,000 students too, right? So.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what is your biggest advice? Okay, you're a freshman, so you're living through your freshman year. So, 8th graders that are coming to ball next year as a freshman, what's your biggest advice to give them?
Just don't play and work hard and give it your all.
Don't play, work hard, give it your all. That's a very good piece of advice. All right. So, proud of you, and boy, a freshman on the varsity team. So, how cool is it, freshman, and you're already on a team that's making the playoffs?
It's good.
I know, it's good, yeah. All right, so then you have a lot to look forward to in the future. All right, thank you. And I think last but not least is
Eric Rodriguez.
Okay, Eric. Good morning, Eric. And what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore, all right. So we just talked to a freshman, now a sophomore, and you're on the varsity team, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what position do you play?
I play offensive guard.
Offensive guard, and what does an offensive guard do?
We protect the quarterback and we make running gaps for the running back.
Okay, all right. And being a sophomore, what small learning community are you in?
I'm in STEM.
STEM, okay. And what is your favorite class?
Probably pre-AP chemistry.
Pre-AP chemistry, all right. And what is your most challenging class that you really have to work hard at?
Pre-AP algebra 2.
Pre-AP, okay, algebra, all right. And being a sophomore, is this your first year on the varsity team?
Yes, sir.
All right, so how cool is it to be a sophomore on the varsity team?
You know, it's like you're learning, so you can become a better player in the future.
Right.
And you basically get put against like all these veterans, and so it's like you're testing yourself, and it's a new challenge every day.
All right. So if the coach took a group of the guys around to talk to 8th graders right now that are dreaming and thinking about coming to Ball High next year and trying to make decisions, what would be your biggest piece of advice to give 8th graders, all those guys that want to play football?
Work hard. Work hard during summer workouts and in the off seasons, because that's what helped me get in varsity, getting strong.
And most importantly, keep your grades up too, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget about your grades, because there's that old thing: no pass, no play, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, how exciting is it to be in the playoffs?
It's my first year in varsity, so it's like really exciting that I'm already on the big stage in my first year.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just trying to work hard and get as far as we can.
All right. Well, good luck with that, and we'll be out there rooting for you Friday night and all you guys, and looking forward to the playoff. And how cool is it that probably, I don't know, I've heard talk around the first playoff game maybe a week from Friday, and that'll be our last day before Thanksgiving break. So how cool is it to start the playoffs during the Thanksgiving holidays too, right?
That's really exciting.
We may be having turkey and football too the next week. You never know, right? So
that's really exciting because that means that like all the hard work we put during the regular season is finally showing.
Exactly. All right, we'll just stay focused and do well, and usually good things follow. All right, so let's bring Coach O up to the microphone. Coach, again, I thank you for bringing all these guys here. How proud are you of the team right now?
I'm very proud of all these guys, especially the ones in the room as well as the team. Because like Eric just said, these guys been working hard all through the summer and through the off season, and and the grind, and like at the end of the day, it's finally paying off for all the guys as well as the coaches.
Right. So, how excited is everyone about being in the playoffs?
Oh, they very excited, but like you had said earlier, we have to worry about Willow Ridge first. That's
Right.
the team we have to worry about.
Don't
And then-
overlook that.
Exactly, and then we'll focus on Austin High School.
Mm-hmm.
So the job at hand right now is Willow Ridge. That's what our focus is on. We're preparing for them. And like Coach Klinger, a.k.a. the Zen, what we call him,
Mm-hmm.
we have to focus on ourselves first, correct the
Right.
mistakes that we made from last Friday and try to get better for this week coming up.
Because I know Friday night's game is not only our last regular season game, it's a home game, plus it's senior night, it's
Right.
teacher night. I think a nice cool front's coming in tomorrow, so it's going to be nice fall air Friday night, so it should be a lot of fun, right?
Yes, yes.
A lot of excitement. Probably the stands will be packed and everyone eagerly anticipating the playoffs, right?
Exactly.
All right, so good luck, guys, and thank you for stopping by, and we'll be back next week.
Thank you.
Most assuredly talking about a victory this Friday night and looking forward to the playoffs, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and thank you for tuning in to the Tornado Football Show, and we'll talk to everyone again soon. All right.
Well, the
Keeney, does anyone know the significance of
I
that?
remember
She's from Galveston. Right?
She was, originally from Galveston. Sadly, she's no longer living. She passed away at an early age in '93, but she is the first female sports reporter ever allowed in a male locker room. And that was in 1974. So up until 1974, they never allowed females into male locker rooms. I guess for obvious reasons, and it was just kind of a closed club. And like she said, up until then, she goes, "I'm not there to be provocative. I just want to do my job." So, and interestingly enough, it happened in the Astrodome. That's where the Astros used to play before Minute Maid, and it's when the Dodgers played the Astros. We just got finished polishing off the Dodgers, and it was the Dodgers who let her in the locker room. It wasn't the Astros. So, and that night, and she really wanted in to interview player because that was the night that the Dodgers clinched the division title too. So, anyway, so they let her in, and so all these female reporters you see on TV right now. I really owe it to that lady right there. So you can see, does anyone know who that is in that top picture right there? That's Nolan Ryan. You've heard of Nolan Ryan, right? Yeah. And over there, does anyone know, have a guess? That's Earl Campbell. Y'all have heard of Earl Campbell,
yeah.
right? And that's Gary Carter from the Montreal Expos. And notice, and that was in the radio still. Notice how the equipment's changed. See all that big board there? And this is our board right here. With everything being digital, it's really a lot smaller. So that's the story with her. And then she was from Galveston too. So about 3 weeks ago, we had a dedication ceremony. Her family was here, and so that's the studio's called the Anita Martini Studio. And this is actually her signature too. So the family gave this to it, made a neon sign. So. And she she was on Sports Talk in Houston during the 70s and 80s and up into the early 90s before she passed away. So a lot of history there. All right, so we can all kind of gather. A lot of them are students, yeah. So just find you a spot.
I'm chopping my handwriting though.
The show that we just did, I'll save it as an MP3. So if anyone wants to come back later, like later today or tomorrow, like with the USB, little jump drive, I'll give you a copy of it. So be kind of something neat to have saved.
JD, huh?